Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. What a great day, great evening. It's full of celebration today, isn't it? It's full of celebration. After the saga we've just had, we've turned the year into January and things are now looking like they're starting to get a little better. Let's have it right. First and foremost, I want to let you guys know this video is brought to you and sponsored by the OneFootball app. Make sure you download the OneFootball app, link in the description. Hit that link and download and enjoy for all of your footballing needs, all of your news and your stats and your videos and your keeping up to date with whatever's happening for your football club or another. You'll find it there. So make sure you download the OneFootball app. Enjoy. And I want to say again, thank you to everyone that has sent me a message or that has commented or that has just told me on the watch along or on Insta or wherever. Just a huge thank you to everyone that's told me massive congrats on the 100k. I want to thank all of you again. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys made this happen. It's as simple as that. Without you guys, there's none of this. And I know some of you will be like, yeah, without you, there's none of this. But you guys make this happen. You guys have interacted. You guys enjoy what I do. And we've managed to build this. So I honestly want to say thank you to all of you. Whether you subscribed at the beginning or you subscribed today, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And what a great result to top it all off. For me, it's been a great day. 100k, Algeria 3, Ghana 0 in a friendly for the preparation for the AFCON, but we played so good. Ghana looking a little shaky though, I've got to be honest. So any Ghanaians here, don't know what you guys are going to do the AFCON, but we'll see. And Chelsea beating Spurs in great fashion. And not just great fashion, that first half especially. Second half, obviously, Spurs changed things up and they tried to get back into the game and, you know, had a little bit more will to try and fight for the result because they had to. They were 2-0 down. But that first half, Expressions likes to call it this, yeah? Champagne football. And I know Expressions was coming out saying, hey, the only Younes I know is Younes Kabul. Well, as I said on my watch along, when Younes Kabul was playing, we were pretty much having him in our pockets every single time. Let's have it right. And he couldn't stop any of our lads back in the day. That's how I remember it going down anyway. So if you want to remember Younes Kabul, you can. No, shout out Expressions as he was watching, and I'm sure he was getting quite angry with the result because he was doing his watch along as well. That first half from Chelsea was superb. Superb. I can't think of any more vocabulary to describe that first half. Controlled, dominant. We need something more. We outclassed them. Outplayed. Is that enough? I feel like that's not enough. We need a new word. I almost want to say invaded. Like, we just literally took over Spurs and just nullified them completely. The way we were moving the ball, the fluidity, the combinations, the positioning, the space, exploiting spaces, everything was beautiful. Beautiful. It was fully fledged champagne football. And it was quite weird to see it because of the lineup that we went with and the system that we were playing in. It wasn't expected that we were going to be playing that good. We went with a back four, funnily enough. Kepa in goal. The centre-back pairing of Rudiger and Saul, Alonso left-back, Azpilicueta right-back, Jorginho and Saul in the pivot, the three ahead of Havertz, Ziyech and Mason Mount, and Romelu Lukaku up front. Although at times that did shift to a 4-2-2-2 when Kai Havertz would go a little more forward, combined with Lukaku. Mason Mount would tuck in and join up with Ziyech, who would tuck in a little bit, and that would be a 2. And then Jorginho and Saul, and that was a 2. So it was a little bit of a hybrid. But the fluidity, the passing, the combinations through the middle, down the flanks, in triangles, passing around Spurs players, they can't keep up, making them tired, like all sorts. The whole thing was just flawless. Absolutely flawless, as the 90s tune says. Flawless, absolutely flawless. We were brilliant. And after 4 minutes, we went 1-0 up with a great move. Alonso setting off Kai Havertz in great fashion. Alonso being able to intercept, if I'm not mistaken, was it for that first goal? But that passing straight to Havertz. Havertz slots it, hits Sanchez, goes into the net, and he breaks his finger on the way down, by the way. So Havertz, I hope he gets better in terms of his finger. I don't know if he broke it or if he dislocated it, but it was one of these ones because he had bandage around his last 2 fingers. So, yeah, I hope he's okay. He had to come off at halftime for Timo Werner because of that issue. But Havertz was doing very well. He got that first goal pretty much. And then the second goal was Spurs being Spurs. basically. And I don't mean that as an offence to Spurs. I just mean that as the good old saying, Spurs being Spursy. Spurs done the Spurs. And that is score one of the greatest own goals I think I've ever come across in my life. What a great own goal that was. You know, ball into the box, great ball in, and then Tanganga tries to head it away. Instead of heading it in the direction he needs to head it in, he heads it straight to Ben Davies. Ben Davies hits it here and it goes flying into the net. Great own goal. And I want to add, they didn't have any Chelsea players around them. That's what made it funnier. There wasn't pressure. Tanganga, as Ashley Cole said, honestly, now you look in hindsight, with the space that he had around, if he was aware of the players around him, it's hard in that moment, I got to be honest, but if he was aware of the players around him, he could have even chested that down if he wanted to. But he decided to go for the header, and then it hits Ben Davies, and Ben Davies doesn't have any Chelsea player around him, and it goes in the net. It's just a pure comedy. It was a proper full-on comedy. You can go and look at my reaction for that goal in the watch long. I was laughing my face off. I was hysterical. I was in tears. I couldn't believe it just had to be Spurs to concede a goal like that. And of all places to do it, against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, your most hated rival in their stadium. You know, that's like going over to someone's house and all their friends and families there, and you get into a punch up with them and they knock you out, you know, or they embarrass you and they just slap you around the face and you can't do anything about it. That's what it felt like. Unbelievable. Tottenham being Tottenham. But that was the first half. Conte looked like, and the way that Spurs were playing in that first half, they did not have an answer. The second half, Conte done, I have to say, what would probably be the right thing to do. Went to a back four. And not just that, went man for man with Chelsea. It was his only way. He saw that Chelsea were playing in a 4-2-3-1 in a very new way of playing. We've never done this under Tuchel. So it goes to show Tuchel can be flexible with the players that he has. Beautiful. And I'm going to come to Tuchel very shortly. But Conte done the right thing by going to the same formation, go man for man, and just throw the kitchen sink. That's all you can do. Because sticking with the same way, we were playing rings around them. We were running rings around them very, very easily. Very easily. So they had to do something. And they did up the momentum. You know, first half, they had no shots on goal. Or no shots on target. And second half, they had one shot on target. So it's an improvement. Meanwhile, Chelsea had 17 attempts in total, 5 on target, if I'm not mistaken, or 6 at the end of that because of the Lukaku chance in the 93rd minute. But we done well. Overall, we done well. Second half, I would have liked to see us get that third goal. Because now we've got to go to Tottenham in the second leg, and we've got to take 2 goals with us, which is great. But it's not sealed. It's not done. It doesn't feel done yet. With 3-0, it would have felt done. And we could have honestly gone there and probably played the kids. But 2-0, it's a safe enough scoreline. I reckon we can go there. If we get the first goal next week at Tottenham, then it's pretty much done and we're in the final. So, yeah, fingers crossed we get a good result. In terms of the players, for the first time in a while, I can come on here and tell you, in my opinion, everyone was great. Everyone was great. Mason Mount looked a bit tired and hence he was brought off, and correctly so. But everyone was great. I haven't got to complain about anything. In fact, I want to give praise to a couple of lads that actually 3 lads. 3 lads that I was looking at from in this lineup and going, I don't know, are they going to play? Are they going to play good? Malang Sarr was brilliant. Brilliant in the centre-back pairing with Rudiger. I never expected it. And he was class. He was class. Those 2, along with Alonso and Aspie, had Son, Moura and Kane locked up. Locked up. Except for the second half where things started to open up for Spurs a little bit more, but hardly. That first half especially, the entire game, Malang Sarr was superb. Who should I go to next? Saul. Let's go to Saul. I was debating between Saul and the next guy, and I'm going to come to him. But Saul, for me, contender of man of the match. Saul was basically Conte. Weirdly enough. Saul was phenomenal tonight. Phenomenal in terms of his distribution, his drives forward, his tackles, his physicality, his flair. The amount of time he had on the ball and how he used it was brilliant. And at times when he didn't have very much time, he was quick. So he's getting up to speed with the English game. He was brilliant. He was just brilliant to the point where you could see he was having fun, and he started doing things very comfortably and started combining very comfortably and passing in 1-2s and triangles and moving it about Spurs players for fun. That was brilliant from Saul tonight. Honestly, fantastic. Fantastic. So Saul, I'm happy. Very happy to see the development of Saul and the way that he's progressing now. This is what I wanted to see when he signed. So Saul, well done. As I've said, he was contender for man of the match. He didn't get it because Hakim Ziyech got man of the match tonight, and correctly so. Hakim Ziyech tonight was in the role where he looks at home. You could see right midfield or right wing, right, as a proper, not as a right wing forward, not as a right wing back, but as a right winger or a right midfielder. That is initially what he was bought for. Let's have it right. When Frank Lampard was in charge, we bought Ziyech to play as that right winger, that right midfielder, that right-sided player who cuts in on his left and pings balls into the box or takes on players and dribbles and gets into the box and causes mayhem. He was doing all of that tonight. All of that. He was in his element. He found exactly the position where he is at home. Ball drops to him. He's on the touchline. He's able to take it on his left foot. He's able to take on a player. He's able to be direct. He's able to dribble. He's able to cut in, cross a ball, or take a shot. And he was doing that time and time again. His combinations were fantastic. As I've said, he looked comfortable. He looked like he knew exactly what to do. In that role, he knew exactly what to do. So that brings me on to a massive congratulations to Hakim Ziyech. I'm very happy with him today, and he does deserve the man of the match, just like I think Saul does, but Hakim Ziyech for sure. Everyone else was great today as well. I'm not taking anything away from anyone else. Everyone else was brilliant. Even Lukaku, who had a decent game, should have scored, let's have it right, should have scored, but had a decent game. Especially with his hold-up play, he's strong. Let's have it right, he's strong. When we're talking football, not the antics that's happened in the past few days, but just football on the pitch, he's an absolute lump. You ain't getting the ball off him. You're just not. He does that, good luck. Good luck. You're not taking it. There was one time where he managed to just hold up the ball and literally had it in front of him, had his foot on the ball, and he was waiting for Kovacic to come, and he was just like, yeah, take your time. I've got him. Don't worry. Take your time, Kova. Don't worry. You're coming. Yeah, it's fine. I know you're arriving. You'll take about 5 minutes. Don't worry. I've got this. Literally amazing. So, yeah, in terms of Lukaku, even good game. But it brings me on to Thomas Tuchel. We have to give the praise to who I think is the best manager in world football. And yes, I'm saying that because I'm a Chelsea fan, but it's true. With the limitations we had today, with the very last minute cancellation of Silva and Conte because they tested positive. So we'll wait and see if they're going to be ill or not, and hopefully they're not, and hopefully it just brushes them across and they're back to training in 5 or 6 days. Fingers crossed they can test negative very soon. But Thiago Silva was out, Conte was out very last minute. Conte would have played tonight, easily. But the fact that he had all of that, he's had the circumstances of the players that are already injured, Reece James, Chilwell, all of that. He decided to go to a back four tonight, decided to play with a left midfielder and a right midfielder, decided to play players like Sarr, Saul, Ziyech, who haven't got much game time. They've all come in and they've done an absolute job. And he's got us playing beautifully with a team that isn't normally together in terms of some of the players, and dominating top players like Kane and Son and Moura and all of that. We were beautiful from minute one. The way we played today, the system we used tonight, was just fantastic. So, plaudits go out to Thomas Tuchel, who has absolutely outclassed Antonio Conte tonight in every single department. Welcome back, Antonio Conte, by the way. There seems to be a thing at Chelsea. Whenever an old manager comes back, we beat them. And Conte would know because he was the manager that beat Mourinho when he came back. And now he's on the receiving end. So now he knows how Jose felt. So, hey, God forbid Tuchel comes back with the next team in 10 years' time. I hope not. But look, Thomas Tuchel, absolutely outstanding. He's just such a top gaffer. We need to recognize we have a top manager. We have a top manager who knows exactly what he's doing. And I couldn't be happier. I really could not be happier with Thomas Tuchel. Fair play to the lads tonight. absolute clinic. Champagne football on display. Beautiful to watch. We were olaying in that second half. That's how mad it is against Tottenham. Love to see it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, how you reckon it all went down, and what are your hopes for the second leg. Make sure you let me know. I'd love to hear it. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the congrats again from all of you, from every single one of you. I appreciate it very, very much. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Don't forget to check out my second channel, my Twitch. Links are in the description. Make sure you subscribe and follow on those. FIFA Chelsea Career Mode will be uploaded very imminently on my second channel. Tomorrow is going to be that day, I reckon, so keep your eyes peeled. And yeah, I'll see all of you tomorrow for a brand new video. Have a good one, people. See you in a bit. Take care and peace.